Hello everybody, just clearly having some issues here with my streaming setup. Come on little guy, you can do this. Hey, it was just working a second ago. I just, oh, did something change? No. Okay. So if you're here, just stick around. The stream is going to go offline for 1 second, but it'll still keep going. So I think that if you keep your window open, it'll just it'll come back. So hold tight. I don't know what's happening here. Just give me 1 second. Okay, I think that should do it. I'm hoping that if you stuck around, then you can still see me, and that there's no more glitches. I don't know what that was all about. Looks like we had 7 people here. It says grade 11. Oh, jeez Louise. Sorry guys. Here, let me quickly fix this. Edit grade 9 advanced, May 29th. That's better. Okay. Thanks for pointing that out. I don't know what's going on here today. Just having some technical issues here, but I think it's all sorted now. Let me just double check. Paste and go. Let's see here. Okay, we have 12 people. It says grade 9 advanced, May 29th, which is today's date. All right, so today is our last class of May. Imagine that, eh? We've made it this far. Good morning. Okay, let me just make sure it's all good. So yeah, so the past couple of days I've been trying to set up my streaming software and hardware at school. So far you guys haven't seen any of my streams at school. So far they've been awful. Just the my computer at home it's a really nice computer. It's very powerful, and I've got all sorts of software to make things run smoothly, and it's really great. But my computer at school it doesn't really cut it. So yeah, I learned, I think it was yesterday or maybe the day before yesterday, that next week teachers are expected to come into school. I do use an iPad. Yes, I use an iPad. This is my iPad. But my iPad, just in case you're curious, the way this works, so this is my iPad. You can see it here, and it's connected. I don't know if you can actually. Oh yeah. See this thing is like an HDMI out, and then this HDMI cable goes and is connected to this thing. This is called a capture device. And it captures the HDMI stream coming from the HDMI cable here, and then it converts it to what we would call an encoded video stream using a codec, and then it comes out of a USB cable, and then goes, pardon the mess here, it goes, I've got a little USB hub all the way back there, behind my computer there, right there. You can kind of see it, right there, that thingy, right. You can't even really see that thing right there. And then that goes to my computer behind here. Isn't this fun? Okay, focus. Focus. Come on, you can focus. Why is it out of focus? Focus. There we go. Okay, it's focused. And then it goes all the way behind here and into my computer. You may think this is an Apple computer. It is not. It was an Apple computer until I gutted it, and then this is my PC here. So it's actually a Windows computer that I've custom built. So you can see that this is quite a beefy machine. It's got a very powerful video card right here. The video card is what does all the all the converting to the software that I use, and then this is all my hard drives. I've got several hard drives. That's my big CPU cooler. I've got a bunch of RAM. So it's a very, very powerful computer. There's my power supply here. right there, and there's this little DVD drive. So it's a very, very strong computer. Compared to the computer that I have at school, this thing is like a Formula One car, and my computer at school is kind of like an old 1980s Civic or something like that. So it's a little bit different. And then then once the computer receives that, then I have this program called OBS Studio, Open Broadcast Software, and then it takes the stream and puts it that way. So that's how my streaming works. At school, my computer is not very strong. Yes, it is an NVIDIA graphics card. It is a GTX 1070. It's a fantastic graphics card. It works really, really well. Yeah, but I do not have a video card at school, but I may be getting one. Anyways, that's all to say that my streaming setup is not very good at school. So I learned that we may be able to I may be able to still stream from home every second day, and I already just see you guys every second day. So I may be able to continue streaming at home. I still have to double check with Mr. Hutchison, make sure that that's okay. I would still come in every second day, but then every second day it would kind of be more like meeting students at school and stuff like that. So yeah, I may still be streaming from home over the next few weeks. So stay tuned. It would be really nice if I could. I think that the home streaming is much better. If you care for it, you could take a look at some of my grade 11 streams from the past couple of days, and you'll see that it's actually just, it's awful. It's really not very fun to watch because the quality is so poor. So yeah, I'm hoping that I can continue to to stream from home, but we'll see. I may have to stream at school. Yeah, and that would mean more Goose. Ultimately, that would be the biggest upgrade. Excuse me. Okay. So what I thought we could do today, well, I think that I showed you enough about functions that I feel comfortable sort of moving on from functions. There's that one question on your assignment, and I'm hoping that you're feeling confident enough about functions to answer that question. If you have any questions about the assignment, now would be a good time to ask. Remember, it is due tonight at midnight. So yeah, please hand that in if you can. So far, I haven't had any requests for an extension or anything like that. So I am expecting all of the assignments to be in. Now, what I thought I could start doing today is kind of going back and looking at some of the topics from our curriculum. And so there's two reasons I want to do this. The first reason is I want to help you guys out with your topic map. So your topic map, I think that a lot of people are not confused about it, but I think that some people are looking for a list of topics. Okay, so what's the best way to submit this assignment? Through Google Classroom, and if you can make a PDF, I would be forever grateful if you could make a PDF and upload the PDF. Are you going to tell what we did wrong in the assignment, or are you going to put an answer key? I'm going to tell you, actually, it's Mr. Shipman who's going to be marking it. And just like the last assignment, there's going to be feedback. So if you got a question wrong, then there will be a comment. So you can take a look at the comment, and the comment should explain what went wrong. And I do hesitate to put answer keys out, just because there is quite a bit of confusion just with due dates. There are some students who have submitted assignments quite late, and if I had posted a answer key, before those students had handed that in, then it wouldn't really be fair to everyone else, because then they would have handed in the assignment after an answer key was out. So I'm going to hold off on the answer key. If you ever want to know exactly what you did wrong, or if there's something from Google Classroom that is not clear, don't ever hesitate to just ask. I'd be glad to talk about the particular question, because yeah, it is important to get feedback. So anyways, what I was saying is that we're going to start looking through some of the topics from our curriculum. And there's two reasons I want to do that. The first reason is for the topic map, to help you out, just to remind you of some of the topics that we've been covering over the past year. And the second reason is that part of the Winnipeg School Division's idea of preparing you for recovery learning next year. So if you have any recovery learning to do next year, what we're going to be providing, and we'll be providing this sometime at the end of next week. So we will spend the last 2 weeks of school kind of looking at this document that I'm about to talk about. So this document that I'm going to be making sometime over the weekend and sometime next week. Yes, thank you, Mr. Schiffman. Show all your work, right? If you're just punching in the last, like your final answer, well then if you did something wrong, then there's really nowhere to give you marks, right? So yeah, absolutely. Thank you for pointing that out, Mr. Schiffman. Please show your work. That's very, very important to be showing all of your work. Don't worry about taking up lots of space. Mr. Schiffman is our educational assistant, our EA. So yeah, he's been helping me mark your assignments. In fact, he marked your last assignment, and he's marking this one too. So if you have any questions about how the assignment is marked or anything like that, please let me know. Okay, so yeah, okay. So this document that we're going to this document that I'm going to be releasing sometime at the end of next week, or maybe the beginning of the following week. It's going to go over basically all of the big ideas from this year. So it's not going to be like our curriculum, because a curriculum is a curriculum, and anyone has access to a curriculum. What the idea of this document is, that I'll be releasing soon, is to look at the main outcomes from our curriculum. So the big ideas of what we learned throughout this past year. So I'll be releasing that fairly soon. Like I said, probably end of next week or beginning of the following week. And the idea of this document is to give you a tool to just understand what was expected of you this year. Like at the end of this year, what was I hoping that you would be able to do mathematically? So what are the skills that that your teacher next year can expect you to have, right? Because not anyone can go into grade 10, right? Like if you were in grade 8 this past year, it wouldn't be expected that you could do the grade 10 math. But you did grade 9, so you are expected to be able to do grade 10 math, right? So there are some expectations that a teacher needs to have in order for them to teach you properly. So this document that I'm going to release will talk about the big ideas of the year, and give you kind of an example of some of the questions that I would ask. So that's kind of the other reason that I'm going to start doing some review and listing of big topics. Okay. So I'm going to start going over this document, and I'm going to just start listing some topics. And if you want, you can use these topics for your topic map. You can use these topics as, if you're still looking for some topics for your project, you could do that. And I think it's also a good idea just to look at, just a little review of all the things that we've done. So let's get started. Okay. Oh, look who's decided to show up. Oops. Say hi, Goosey. Ugh, she smells like her litter box. It's gross. Hi, sweetie pie. You want to help out? She wants to help. She's really curious about what we're doing. She really wants to help. She thinks that she knows a lot of math. She can do all sorts of cat math. Okay, let's see here. Goose. Okay. How do I do this? Give me just 2 seconds here. Okay, that's better. I just want to be able to make sure that I can still see your comments in case you're asking questions. Okay, first up is exponent laws. And maybe what I'll do is I'll just write list of topics for grade 9 advanced. Okay, so these are just a list of topics. Pre-cat. Yeah, pre-calculus. Yeah. She's really good at it. She knows all sorts of cat calculus. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, first up is exponent laws. Okay, so the exponent laws would be, so we would have the product law. We would have the quotient law. Oops. Quotient law. We would have, being able to explain why a to the power of 0 is equal to 1, right? That's a really big one. Oh, Goose is now lying on the keyboard, kind of messing some stuff up. Okay, we would also have fractional exponents. Okay, and I think that would be pretty much it in terms of exponent laws. I guess I could also say explain why exponent laws. Goose, oh my gosh, she's really messing things up. I just have to show you what Goose is up to right now. This is Goose right now. And you can see where my iPad was. So what she's doing is she got her head just right over the top of the iPad, and then she keeps grabbing my pencil like this when I'm trying to write. It's a little distracting, as you can imagine. A little distracting. Goose, you're distracting me. Okay, so oops. Another one would be explain why exponent laws do not apply in some situations. Okay, so those would be kind of the what I would expect from expect you to know about the exponent laws. Okay. Alrighty. Okay, factoring integers. That would be another big topic that we've looked at. Okay, so we could look at prime power factorization. Right, we did that together, and you also did that with Mr. McIntosh or Miss Bray, whoever it was who taught you it in first semester. We could take a look at GCFs and LCMs. Right, those are some pretty big ones. And we could look at square roots and cube roots. Okay. Okie dokie. So that'll be factoring integers. Let's see here. Another one would be irrational numbers. Okay, so things like simplifying radicals. That's like square roots and stuff. Okay. Yeah, I think that's pretty much all we looked at for irrational numbers. Let's see here. Okay, another big one is polynomials. Okay, polynomials is a pretty big one. So we would do like adding and subtracting. And that would be things like terms. Right, combining like terms. We did a lot of that. If we write out exponent laws in our topic map, should we write all three things? You wrote only a select few. I mean, that really depends. I mean, the topic map can really be what these topics mean to you, right? So if you think of exponent laws as just one thing, right, that's fine. That's fine. But exponent laws, there's a lot of different exponent laws. So if you wanted to, you could talk about the product law, and then maybe you could think about how the product law is similar to factoring integers, right? So if you wanted to, this could be a topic as long as you're able to draw connections from this to other topics, okay? So yeah, if you wanted to, you could have exponent laws as one topic. Or if you wanted to, you could talk about how fractional exponents, maybe, I mean, that would be a really good one because it's got a lot of connections to irrational numbers and simplifying radicals, right? So thinking about, because fractional, when you have a fraction as an exponent, that really means that you have some kind of radical, right? We looked at that a few weeks ago. So yeah, I mean, if you want, yeah, you can have just the big topics as a topic. But if you want to go a little more granular and look at kind of smaller topics, that's fine too, as long as you can make a connection. That's the important thing, is if you're making connections between topics, that's really the purpose of having this topic map, is for you to be able to make connections between these topics, okay? Okay, so we also looked at multiplying polynomials, but we really only looked at kind of small cases, and this really has to do with the distributive property. Okay, so we did a lot of stuff with the distributive property this year. So when you're multiplying polynomials, really the name of the game is the distributive property. Okay. And we looked at division. And really division is kind of like canceling common factors, right? So right here, I'm like the purpose of this list that I'm making is just to kind of go over the main topics, and the document that I will be releasing fairly soon, I will give you examples of kind of the types of questions that I would expect you to answer on these topics. Okay, so yeah, I'm just gonna kind of go over the general idea here. Okay, so we got those ones. We did that. Did that. Oh yes, and this was a big one. Factoring trinomials. Oh, not trionomials, trinomials. Right, that was a huge topic that we did. That was the topic that we just started right before the whole pandemic lockdown business, right? Okay, fun math trick. When squaring a number that ends in 5, just multiply the digits before 5 and the next number up, then add 25. Huh. So 115 squared is 11 times 12. Oh, wow. I didn't know that one. I'll have to keep that one in mind. Okay, so yeah, those would so these topics right here. Yeah, so we did these big topics. So so all of these, basically what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna say, maybe what I should do is I should actually put a little title on this. So I'm gonna zoom out here, and so I'm gonna bring that down just a wee bit, and I'm gonna give us a little title here. So this title here is powers and polynomials. Okay, so this is our first kind of major group of topics. So powers and polynomials is these big things. So we had exponent laws, we had factoring integers, we had irrational numbers, and we had polynomials. Okay, so I'm gonna leave it there for now. We're gonna end class just a little bit early today. The next several classes going forward, we're gonna have kind of short and sweet lessons. It's not gonna be the full 45 minutes. I just want to go over kind of one of these major topics each class, and I think we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these in total. So 5 big topics. Some topics are bigger than others. I would say that this topic and the next topic after this one, which is linear functions and relations, are probably the biggest topics that we have. And then there are some topics that are quite small. So I might do maybe 2 in one day. But the 2 big ones, the major ones, are these powers and polynomials, and then the next one, which we'll talk about on I guess Tuesday, is linear functions and relations. So yeah, those are the big boys of the year. So yeah, so we're gonna end it there for the exit slip today. This is what I'd like you to do. Exit slip. List your favorite and least favorite topic from the above list. Okay? So that's what I want you to do today for your exit slip. Just tell me what your favorite and your least favorite topic from the above list is, and then we'll call it a day. So remember, your assignment due tonight. If you need any help, last minute help, I'll be around. I'll be on Instagram. I'll be on I'll check my email. I'm also on Discord. One thing is Google Classroom messages. I don't get notifications for that. I have to turn off the notifications for Google Classroom because there's just so many students handing in assignments and everything that my phone would just not stop buzzing if I had notifications turned on. So I have to turn those notifications off. So if you're trying to get help with something, Google Classroom is not a good way to ask for help. And I feel really bad because every once in a while I'll see on Google Classroom that there's been a question, and oh yeah, I'll get you that assignment. Oh yeah, I meant to do that yesterday. I will do that now. So yeah, Google Classroom is not a good way to ask me a question. Yeah, like I was saying, sometimes I see that someone's asked a question and then it's been like a week since I'd logged in and seen anything. So contact me pretty much any way outside of Google Classroom if you have any issues with the assignment tonight, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. So take care, guys. Have a good weekend. And Goose is still she's right here, just waiting very patiently for some attention, being very sweet. Yep. Bye, Goose. See, she really likes this pencil. She's really interested in it. She likes playing with it, and she likes playing with it especially when I'm using it. So it's a nice little trade that we have. Okay, guys, have a good weekend. Stay safe. I'll talk to you guys on Tuesday. Take care.